Hey guys, I just got my 175 Mercury Vapor bucket light in the mail today. This is an interesting design. I haven't seen one like this before. I've seen pictures of them, but not like this in person. But I've only been doing this for like, a year and a half, 2 years now. Um, and just a little rant, and I'm not attacking anyone really, but when you mail these fixtures out, mail them like this guy did. He mailed one giant fixture in two boxes, two of these little small priority boxes. He took the arm off, just like they pack them in the stores, and put the arm down in here. I have a guy on Facebook Marketplace right now who is, I mean, he's stupid. I'm sorry. Okay, here, I guess I am insulting him. So, but he's stupid. I asked him how much to ship the two Mercury Vapor lamps. I was expecting maybe like 40 bucks, $45 to ship it, because it's two lamps. This one was actually $16 to ship. He charged me 20 because I guess he bought a bunch of bubble wrap. So 20 bucks to ship this thing. They both live in the same state. And this guy, what he did is I asked him just for a quote for shipping. And what he did was he actually went out, spent the effort to make a box, took some styrofoam and put it, like he specifically cut it for the fixture, which was interesting. So he put a lot of work and effort into it. But I didn't ask him to do that. I just asked how much to ship it. So just get the dimensions and, input it online and the weight or whatever and put in the zip code and get a quote. You know what I mean? Instead, he already packed it expecting I'm going to buy it from him. And the way he packed it was he left the arm on the fixture, and the arm is like 2 feet long. So that arm on the fixture, instead of a small square box like this, which he could just ship two boxes, separately, he made a giant box that's like 2.5 feet long because he left the arm on. And in doing that, the shipping was like $70, so 75, I think it was. So the lights are only 10 bucks. So in the end, I'm spending $100 for a $10 light. I mean, I'm getting a great deal, $10 for two lights, but come on, $80 for shipping. I don't know. I mean, it's still a good deal. It's basically $40 a fixture, so it's not that bad. It's just, come on, man. If you save some money for me at least, so, I'll pay you the extra if you just take off the arms. Okay, so rant off. Interesting fixture here. It's got a flat reflector plate. It's very dirty. It needs to be cleaned. It is a Reagent model, built in 97. They all seem to be in March of whatever year. So built in 97. So this one's probably built in the United States. Usually the Regents from like the 2000s were built in China. So, but one thing I will say is if you got these fixtures and you want the maximum light output, polish these back reflectors. This is filthy and it's probably blocking like half of the light. So probably more than half the light. So keep those reflectors clean. And the interesting design about this is it's flat, and the fixture, the bulb itself, is slanted. Do you see how it's like curved in there? Usually the bulbs are straight back or straight down. They're pointing straight down. The excuse me, interesting design with this is because it's curved like that, more of the back of the arc tube is pointing against the reflector. So this is probably going to have a higher lux rating under the light than the bucket lights that I have. So the typical ones where the bulbs are just straight. And the reason why I say that is because, again, more of the back of the arc tube is against the reflector. So it's going to have a higher lux rating. It definitely will, I guarantee you. So we'll see. Now, I know light can bounce any direction on these bulbs. It could be pointing anywhere, so there is going to be light bouncing off of any reflector, even a bulb that's pointing straight down. But again, this is kind of like a flood, like a little mini flood sort of, because of the angle of it. So anyway, the lens on it is filthy. I don't think I'll use the diffuser lens, because they block light. Like in my previous video, I mentioned that I lost like probably 20-30% of light output with the diffuser on there. That's the purpose. It's supposed to block a little bit of light to make the light look more decorative and to keep the glare down. But you know, these things are really inefficient, and I already proved that the efficiency drops 20% with a clear bulb because of the lux rating drops apparently for some reason. Even though the lumen rating is the same, the lux is not. So, you know, lumens, they need to stop using the lumen term, because, you know, these T12s up here put out 5,900 lumens. They put out about 5,200 mean lumens, but it should be more than those T12, or sorry, than the LEDs, but it's not. The lux is actually less. So that's a thing they need to change. They need to stop using the lumens. They need to go to lux. Lux is the actual light penetration for a certain distance. So like say 10 feet, you got 100 lux. At 10 feet for another fixture, you got 70 lux. The bulbs could be identical in lumens, but the lux is lower. So that means the other fixture has a deeper penetration. So anyway, clear bulbs are not as good as the frosted bulbs. Hashtag. Anyway, let's get this light fixture working. Let me flip it over before I turn power on. Here is the top of the fixture. Looks like a World War I British helmet. Interesting design. Kind of cool, actually. Like I said, you don't see something like this. At least I don't. So let me flip it over, plug it in, and see if it works. Let me block this photocell. And I have not tested this yet, so I just put the bulb in. Oh, and here's the bulb, by the way. Can anybody tell me if this bulb if it's been used heavily, or do you think it's still kind of got some good life left in it? It does have white in there. There is no black, though. One of my Reagent bulbs actually has a black. Right where that white is, it's solid black. I'm thinking maybe I should... I don't know. Is that going to affect the light output if it's solid black down there where the filament is? Or not? But anyway, I'm buying a new bulb today regardless, so I'll probably not use this one. I'd rather have a brand new bulb in there to get the maximum light output, because I'm not sure if this one is 10 years old and it just looks clean or not. But let's plug it in, shall we? Instantly started, which is good. Probably damaging my phone's sensor by holding it so close to the UV light source. It's probably why I see pink in a fireplace now, and pink glares from the sun. But it really shouldn't be doing that. My S9 Plus never did that. This one, the first picture I took of a light for my fish tank, I started seeing this pink color. So I'm going to have to call Samsung and bitch about that. So let's see if I can focus on that arc tube more. Right now it's just warming up. You know what's cool with these things is in the beginning the arc tube is just gas floating everywhere, and as it warms up you can actually see the beam straighten out on the light. So you can see the plasma straighten out when it starts to get focused and increase its brightness, you know, when it warms up. It's actually kind of cool to see that. See that straight line? That's the plasma. So I do notice a flicker, though. I don't know if you guys saw that. I don't know what that means. So in person, the bulb looks pretty white to me. Pretty bluish white. I know someone on my video made a comment saying that they have a light bulb that's kind of a blue-white color, mostly white, and he thinks it's from, you know, the later designed bulbs. But clearly this is a older style bulb. It's got the longer arc tube on it. I don't know who it's made by, though. There's no etching on it. So, but all of my bulbs, they all have that, you know, when they're new bulbs, not worn out. So this one must have some good life left in it. The new bulbs have a white color to it. They do look white. I'm looking at it right now and it looks white, but there is a blue in there, and then there is a little bit of green. So the brand new bulbs are not green like on video. They're more blue white. So in my house last night when my girlfriend came home, she's like, "Oh, nice. I like the blue light." So, immediately it's blue. It's not green. So anyway, we're going on 11 minutes now. I don't want to make another 20-minute video because I'm sure you guys hate that. You probably skip through everything. But yeah, hope you like the fixture. Interesting design, don't you think? And I was right. There is more shadow over here because the bulb is tilted, and there is more light over here because of the back of the bulb is facing that. So that means the reflector is going to be reflecting more light on this side down to the ground. But the problem with that is it's going to be darker over here. So, interesting. So I bet you at nighttime there's going to be more light pointing this way and more light pointing that way than there will be on this side. So we'll test it with the lux meter. So, and one more thing before I go. I know I said I was going to replace my 150 HPS lights with the 175 Mercs. That way I don't, have a difference in the electric bill because I'm already at like $50 in the electric bill. But girlfriend last night said no. She likes the bright 150 orange light by the corner where the bedroom is. So I have to keep it there, I guess. So I really want to replace it, but she says she wants it, so I guess I'm going to have to keep it that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase my electric bill by $10. I'm going to run a wire from that 175 Merc from last night. I'm going to run it over here along the fence, and I'm going to run it to that tree right there. So the Mercury Vapor is going to be on that tree. The only problem is the branches that are in the way. Yeah, I know there's going to be branches in the way. It's going to be blocking some light, but that's what I'm going to do. Probably have my friend with a bucket truck come and cut these branches anyway because they're too close to the fence line. So it's about 150 feet. So I have a 100-foot UFB cable where I did have that Mercury Vapor behind the barn, and I have another 100-foot UFB cable back there that was powering a 150 HPS flood, but I'm not using that one. I haven't used it in like 5 months now, so I don't plan on using it. The fence is not over there anymore. I sold the chain link because the chain link is ugly. So until then, I'm going to use those cables because I don't want to spend $120 on a 250-foot cable. All I need is 150 feet. The only thing that sucks is I'm going to have to use a junction box. So I need to go to Lowe's today, get myself a small junction box. I mean, junction boxes are not bad. That's the whole purpose of them. So, but it's not really that great to have wires cut in multiple places because it causes more failure points. But anyway, thanks for watching. You guys have a great day. Let me know what you think about this fixture.